My name is Matthew Gibbs, and I am going to be giving a presentation on adaptive leadership. What is adaptive leadership? It is a leadership model that was developed by Ron Heifetz and Marty Linksey after they both acknowledged that top-down leadership models were outdated and unrealistic. No single person can fix all of the problems at a particular company. Adaptive leadership is a strategy that enables organizations to tackle complex problems, challenges, and scenarios in a constantly changing environment. This leadership style embraces change by prioritizing creativity, experience, and innovation to better empower its individuals to manage any obstacle that they could possibly encounter. At its core, adaptive leadership is about influencing change that builds and creates the ability of individuals and organizations to thrive. It's more focused on the nature of the individuals and organizations than the actual nature of the leadership. The framework for adaptive leadership is comprised of three main components. Precious or expendable. That basically means that whenever you're examining the worth or value of things, whenever certain changes occur within the organization, you're assessing what's worth saving and what's worth getting trashed. Following that, you've got the experimentation and smart risks. During all of this, obstacles are inevitable. So, as an adaptive leader, it's best to take advantage of the fact that you're always going to have these errors occur. It gives you the capability of testing certain concepts, and even though you know you're going to fail with those concepts or test, from the results, you can at least learn and assess and forecast, and it benefits you in the long run. Disciplined assessment. Pretty much with an adaptive leadership style, you need to adopt and assess any type of new system or procedure that could come to the organization, or if it is something that the organization needs. Adaptive leadership comprises of four primary principles. Organizational justice is pretty much knowing the most about your organization. You know what policies will benefit your company the best. You know the better or more efficient methods of executing changes within the organization. And essentially, it's fairness through transparency, trust, and willingness to engage in challenging situations. Having emotional intelligence is being able to acknowledge an individual's feelings as well as being able to acknowledge yours while also keeping yours in check. Emotional intelligence will help adaptive leaders establish valuable, trusting relationships with individuals, and through being empathic to the worries of others because the individual is separated from the issues being faced. Development is basically embracing learning and continuous growth within the organization. There's no hesitance in exploring new problem solving techniques. There's no hesitance in approaching problems. New strategies and techniques will allow for both the individual and the organization to thrive and develop. Character is pretty much your own personal character as an adaptive leader. You need to ensure to acquire the respect of those that are being led. Transparency, honesty, innovation, these are crucial, and honestly, I don't know if it would work without either one of these aspects. It's pretty much just characteristic traits. No fear in admitting fault or being incorrect, and essentially building faith in yourself through the individuals. Oh, lost my sheet. I totally lost one of my sheets. Apologies. Give me 1 second. Okay, it's gone. So some of the characteristics of adaptive leadership are being goal oriented, meaning that every action that you take is essentially for a goal that needs to be achieved within the organization. Having an unbiased and open mind would limit any type of, I can't remember the word, discrimination within the workforce, but it would also establish inclusivity, and that would establish more trust within the individuals in the organization. Responsive to challenges, you don't back down. You're willing to take on whatever gets thrown at you, and you will do so with the support and morale of those that you lead. Being proactive, that pretty much means that you want to just go ahead and be ahead of the game no matter what the situation. By forecasting any type of potential risks, you're able to come up with a game plan for if that situation or instance took place, how you would be able to handle it, and if one of these instances pops up, you've already got a game plan on how to deal with it. So you're ahead of the game. You're being proactive. Being emotionally aware allows you to build trust with the employees. And it goes back to the whole character aspect by allowing yourself to be available to the individuals and separating them from the organization. It puts you into a better spotlight with those that you are leading. A couple of the notable adaptive leaders, good old Elon Musk. I've read some of his business strategies. I've listened to some of his podcasts. I've actually kept up with some of his stuff. But this man has set some absurd goals through some of his innovations at Tesla. And, oh, why can I not remember the name of the star company? I can't remember it. His visions reshaped the electric car and the space exploration industries. And he did this by going against the status quo and coming up with all of these different strategies and techniques to fight and deal with all of these issues that he was going through. Another one, good old Abraham Lincoln. During his time, he accepted diversity, and he would even appoint his rivals to his cabinet. He was always open for debates and criticism, and even established an open door policy with citizens so that they could discuss their challenges and issues with him. Some of the pros for adaptive leadership are change is viewed as an opportunity for positive outcomes, and it is not an intimidating inevitability. Communication will exist with all individuals from all levels of the company, and this will increase inclusivity. Helping organizations find innovative and effective solutions to unforeseen obstacles is always going to be a pro or benefit of adaptive leadership. Some of the downsides, though, due to proactive tendencies, the ability to recognize ineffective business practices is always going to be ever present. Also, change can only occur once. Change can only occur once the entire organization is on board and participating on its implementation. If there's any individuals within the organization that are hesitant on this change, it can pretty much hold the entire process up. And that is adaptive leadership. Thank you very much.